Hi, this is the Rugged Angel Cast, and I'm your host, Camila. Welcome to the podcast where I have conversations with women of all ages who I find fascinating. And if you fancy yourself a friend of the podcast and want to help keep the mics on, you can hop over to patreon.com/ruggedangel and give some support. You are greatly appreciated no matter what you do. You may have seen this week's guest alongside Will Smith and the 2022 film Emancipation. Or perhaps you saw her playing a young Sasha Obama in the Showtime series The First Lady. Currently, you can find the youngest guest to ever appear on the Rugged Angel Cast in the Hulu comedy series Unprisoned. Jordyn McIntosh plays the inner child of Kerry Washington's character, Paige. She is the part of Paige that is untouched by all that has happened to her in her life, including losing her mother, being in foster care, and having a father in prison. Little Paige appears regularly, speaking directly to Paige and the audience with both the humorous and incisive wisdom of the all-knowing child. This conversation covers Jordyn's experiences as a young actress, her passion for acting, and her future aspirations, which include Broadway. The second season of Unprisoned also stars Delroy Lindo and starts on July 17th. This show is funny, insightful, and at times very heartwarming, and it is well worth the watch. So without further ado, I give you Rugged Angel number 127, Jordyn McIntosh. Jordyn McIntosh, welcome to the Rugged Angel Cast.
Hi, thank you.
And I think at 10 years old, you are the youngest guest I have had on this podcast.
Wait, really?
So look at you. Yeah, breaking barriers left and right all over the place here. Have you been doing a lot of press for the upcoming season of Unprisoned?
Yep, so far, a lot.
You're 10 years old. Like most 10-year-olds most adults my age have no idea like what that really entails. Like what is that? What is a press day like for you?
A press day is wake up, of course, super early or not, depending what time it is. But we go to the place where they have us and we will get our facial stuff, I should say. So I would have somebody come to me or I would have somebody deliver clothes, I guess you can say, and we'd have fittings and stuff. And then I'd have a hair and makeup team come too. So they do my hair, my makeup, and my outfit. And then we head over to the press place, of course, where I get interviewed. So we do one interview, and then we get into a van and drive to the next place, or it's in the same place, and we just move to the next room and take another interview, and then have a break, and then get to another interview.
Well, that's a lot. I feel like for anybody, how you seem to handle it with grace and elegance. You understand the assignment, and you are here to deliver. Okay, so 10 years old, and well, I would like to start off by saying I absolutely love you on the show. You are. It's I don't want to belittle it by saying how adorable you are, but you are adorable. But it's also like you bring this really great balance to portraying Kerry's character's inner child, and I really appreciate that because we're all kind of dealing as adults. We're all learning how to parent our inner child, and this just makes perfect sense in the story that's being told. So you were 4 years old when you decided that you wanted to be an actress. That you wanted to get into acting. What was it that drew you to that decision?
So, of course, little 4-year-old me being crazy and rambunctious, I was sitting in the classroom in pre-K always singing, dancing, and being dramatic and la 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 la. So, my parents tried to put me in a couple of things. So we tried soccer, hated that, swimming, gymnastics, anything that requires physicality. And then my parents were like, ugh, we give up until we went online. And so I think our teacher recommended acting classes, So we went online, found a class, and fell in love with acting. I was like, yep, this is my passion.
This is it. This is what you want to do. And do you recall the first role that you booked?
Yes, the First Lady. I played young Sasha Obama.
My dear, Like that is the first role that you book out of the gate. Like and how old were you at that point? Like
6 or 7 or 8, around that.
and you're
Yeah.
and you get to play alongside Viola Davis, correct?
Yes.
And you've had like your resume is quite impressive already. Like you have like really been in the presence of and co-starred with some of the Hollywood's greats, not just great black actors, but just great actors in general. And just like even like Delroy Lindo and himself, like he is just an icon, as well as Viola Davis and, you know, Will Smith. You were in Emancipation with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Was that did that take a toll on you? Because it's a tough story to be told.
Yeah, I auditioned and I knew it was Will Smith, so I was really excited. So I was like, "Yay, Will Smith! Yes!" So as soon as I got the part, I was like, "I got the part!" And honestly, in my opinion, I didn't think we were actually gonna like be like buddy buddy and like talk a lot. So when I saw him standing there, I'm like, "Daddy, can you come here?" And he looked up. He was in the middle of a conversation talking about like the show. I mean the movie, and he was like, "Oh, hey, little ones, how you guys doing?" I was like, "Oh my God, Will Smith just said hi to me," and it was amazing. And apparently we did go buddy buddy. So I was like, "Wow."
So that's awesome. I mean, I can't imagine you not being able to, you know, that you not strike up a relationship when you're playing his daughter and you guys are working all these hours. And also you are quite the charismatic young lady. I feel like anybody would be lucky to be your buddy buddy. So tell me about your Unprisoned audition. What was that like for you?
One morning or afternoon, it was crazy. I was just sitting on my phone, minding my business, and then my dad says, "You got an audition." I was like, "Oh, the usual." So I walk over, and then he says this whole speech with curse words in it. I'm like, "Okay, great note. So can I get the script?" And he was like, "That is the script." I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, do it. It's your first monologue." I was like, "Oh, cool." So he gives it to me. I start reading it, and then he says, "Well, you're a little." Can I say it? And he's like, "Go ahead." And I like, I was nervous at first.
I'm sure.
Terrified. But as soon as I said it, I felt good. But the reason how I did that audition so perfectly is I kept getting frustrated because I kept messing up, and I finally said it. Oh, the way the words just came out, just boom.
Oh my goodness.
I
And who
didn't
was
know. Oh, go
was
ahead.
this a tape? Was it an audition tape or were you in the room?
I think it was on audition tape, I believe.
And was it at what point did you have to come along and read with Kerry?
It was the callback. And my parents said I was working with some big actress named Kerry Washington. I was like, "Oh, cool, cool." So they showed me clips of Scandal, and I was like, "Oh, wow, pretty cool." And they were like, "You don't realize who you're about to get on a callback. You don't realize." I was like, "Okay." I get on the callback. I'm like, "Oh, so that's her. Wow. What's up? How you doing?" And I do the script, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're so phenomenal. Oh my God, you are so cute." I was like, "Oh, thank you." And then as soon as I got off the callback, wow.
That's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you have managed to learn in this process from these more seasoned actors?
Um, I've learned that acting, I kind of learned that about their emotions, it's not all about like the words and the way you say it. I kind of learned how to act with my face a little bit because in season 1 and maybe season 2 a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
you get to see some parts where you can tell I'm devastated, but I'm not talking at all. You can just see it in my eyes and just see the way my body is reflecting.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that in I believe it was a dinner scene and from season 1 where they're all the adults are arguing and you take that time to time out and you take Carrie's character aside and say we're leaving. And you know, you did a very you emoted very well with facial and body movements.
Thank you.
Now, what types of roles do you look forward to playing in the future?
That's a really great question. What roles would I like to play in the future? Um, Honestly, if there was ever a Harry Potter like spin-off or anything like that, I'm a huge
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter fan. I am
Mm-hmm.
Slytherin myself. I'm a Slytherin. Um,
Gotcha.
but if if there was any spin-off from the movies, then I would like to play a good Hermione Granger because I've also been taking dialect, which
Hmm.
means I've been practicing my British accent.
That's amazing. How's that going?
It's pretty good. In my opinion, I think it's going really good. And yeah, dialect is really fun. My British accent is helping me reflect as an actress, so I can do pretty much anything.
Oh, I am impressed and a little jealous because I do love to fake a British accent myself at times. Maybe I need to get an actual dialect coach. So you think that you're going to be sticking with this acting thing? This is
Oh,
something
yeah.
that absolutely. So if just say one day you wake up, you're on your way to your college aged or whatever, and you're like, what, I don't want to do this anymore. Is there anything else or any other careers that you see that you would fit yourself into?
Yes. I love to sing. And
Mm.
before I figured out my acting passion, I wanted to be either a teacher, or B, a singer. And I've been not really taking classes, but I've been practicing with my dad with like karaoke and stuff and practicing and warming up my voice. So I'd really, instead of acting, if somebody was like, no, you can't do acting anymore, I'd just find a way to start a singing career.
What do you like to sing?
Mm, I like R&B, like
Okay.
Beyonce songs, and
Mm.
my favorite song to sing, like for karaoke or just song period, is "Sweet Love" by Anita Baker.
Oh my. That, my darling, is ambitious and amazing. I would as there's no video of you singing this because I would love to witness that.
Actually, I do have a video on my Instagram.
Okay.
I did a duet with a guy on TikTok who played the piano, but if you want me to sing a chorus, I can for you.
Okay. Yes, please. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordyn McIntosh.
Okay. Okay. Sweet love, hear me calling out your name. I feel no shame, I'm in love. Sweet love, don't you ever go away. It'll always be this way.
Chills. Oh my goodness. That's
Thank
amazing. You
you.
are so good. You're such a multi-talented little person. Like, I love
Thank you.
it. Yeah, you've got no problems. Yeah, you'll absolutely just slide right into the musical career there if this or maybe we'll get you in a musical movie. That would be I feel
Yes.
like that's something to put on your vision board. Like
Yep.
that's what you want to do next.
Yep.
So so what can you tell us about the upcoming season of Unprisoned? Is there anything in particular that you are super proud of, or you were looking forward to, and or that you can't wait to see how it plays out?
I can't wait for the audience to see some new characters.
Oh,
So,
okay.
for example, we might get a little snippet of Mal's wife. I mean, not wife, girlfriend.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Um, we also might have a little amazing person playing Paige's therapist. So, stay
Okay.
tuned for that.
Nice. I love it.
But I also want people to laugh and cry at the same time. So there's some scenes where it's funny and heartfelt at the same time. So I want somebody to be like,
So you just want to like pull out all of the emotions. You just want everybody just going through it.
yeah.
Absolutely. Tears of
I want
joy
to see
and
some.
tears of sadness.
I want to see some table flipping, y'all.
All right, I'll make sure to let you know if I flip any tables come July. Um, what else do you like to do when you're in your spare time?
um, you know, I like video games.
Do
I like
you?
to play
You're a
different video
gamer.
games. Yes.
What games?
I've recently been getting into a new game that recently came out, I think a year ago, last year,
Mm,
called Hogwarts Legacy because I'm a Harry Potter fan. So I've been
clearly.
getting into that. I also play another video game which is really popular right now called Roblox and Minecraft.
I've heard about that.
Yep. That's it.
So just nope, your video games and that's it. What's your school situation like? Do you have a tutor on set or do you
Yes.
guys
So this is crazy. But what we would usually do if I'm out for a long amount of time, so for example, 8 weeks, because that's how long
Mhm.
it usually takes me to film Unprisoned, eight
Okay.
weeks, they would have to disenroll me, I guess you could say, or
Hmm.
enroll me out of school. So like I'm officially not a student at my school.
Okay.
So then I'd be out for a couple of months or however they need me gone, and I'd have my onset tutor. So yeah. And then they'd re-enroll me back into school when I get back.
Okay. And has there been a major difference in like you just going back to regular everyday school now? Like what does that feel like to you? Do your friends, peers, teachers treat you any differently?
This year actually kind of yeah, cause last year when I was filming season one, no, 2021 or two, I was filming season one. My class didn't treat me any different. They were just like, "Oh, hey, Jordan, welcome back." I was like,
Mm.
"Yeah." This year, my teacher was like, "Oh my God, Jordan, you're back. Did you have fun?" I was like, "Yeah, I did." And she called on me for every single lesson because she made sure that I paid attention
Nice.
when I was gone. She's like,
Yeah.
okay, blah, 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 blah. Yes, Jordan. Because I'd always raise my hand and be like,
And what do your mom and dad do?
like their job.
Yeah. Like what?
So my mom is hard to explain, so is my dad. But from
It's
a kid's point of view, my mom
mm,
works with hotels.
okay.
Whenever there's like a fun event going on, she helps people, I guess, find hotels or book hotels, you could
Okay.
say. My
Okay.
dad, in a kid's point of view, he's a scientist.
Nice.
From what I remember, let's say honey buns from Little Debbie. He makes sure
Hmm.
that there's no bad chemicals in the Little Debbie syrup.
I like it. That's an important job. That's very important.
Yeah.
Where do you have siblings?
I have a little sister named Kayla.
Oh, okay. And is she going into acting as well, or does she have other interests?
She has other interests. She tried acting, but
Mhm.
she's like, that was fun, but I don't feel like going to classes.
That
So
makes sense.
she's more into dancing. She's a huge dancer.
Okay. If you wanted to give advice to other children your age and whatnot who want to get into acting, what are some things that you would like to tell them?
I'd say go for it because, yes, the acting career can be a big place. Not very scary, but pretty scary. I'd just say is breathe in and out. No need to be nervous because if you don't get the role, you don't get the role. But it's okay because there's like 5 billion people in the world thinking like, I need so and so type of girl for this role, or oh, I need so and so type of boy for this role, and you audition and you get roles. So my quote is, don't be nervous, just try your best, because if you don't try, then
Then you don't get it.
oops.
If you don't try it, you don't get it.
Yeah.
That's a very sage advice, very wise of you. And and so back to, because I got to say that's the first thing that struck me when you first come on screen and you start dropping curse words. And and I'm assuming, mom and dad said it was okay for this role, but you're not getting away with that in just normal everyday occurrences. Have you tried? Have you Okay, that's right. Because Jordan knows what's up. I imagine that you know better. You know better than that. Do you have any other projects that are coming up aside from Unprisoned? season 2?
Not as far as I remember.
You got anything in your vision that you're?
Oh, Broadway.
Ooh, yes. All right. I love it. We will all look forward to seeing you on the big stage of Broadway, and just like, I'm assuming you're a triple threat of the singing, dancing, acting, and you were just probably ready to like kick all sorts of butt along the way on this broad career that I know that you are going to have. Like, I cannot wait to see you in 10 years, 20 years, just doing your thing to like the most that, you're just you're a real talent, and I like watching you, and I look forward to seeing what else you do in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for taking some time and talking to me, and it was really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Oh, and then where can people find you online? Do you have public socials that you allow folks to, that your parents allow?
I have an Instagram account and an IMDb account.
Okay.
So follow me at the Jordyn McIntosh on Instagram.
Okay. Hey you. Thanks for listening to the Rugged Angel Cast. This podcast was produced, hosted, and edited by Camila Adams, also known as Rugged Angel Productions. Please subscribe, rate, and share the show. It really helps with visibility. Take care.